How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today we wrap up the month of May as we start a 3-game set with the Detroit Tigers. Now, the Tigers, you ask, why are we playing against them? Well, they're 30 and 25. They had a really hot May. They've kind of cooled off a little bit, losing their last 3. But they were very hot in the beginning of the month, and they had a good April as well. And so for the longest time so far in this young season, they were leading their division. And they're still close in their division, only 4 games out of first. We're 3, as we've taken over the Angels. Yay, go us. But the Tigers also have a chance, if they keep it up, to be a wild card team. So the Twins lead, the White Sox are right behind them, and then the Tigers. Looking at this Tigers lineup, I wasn't sure how they were constructed. But you see Guillermo at playing third, Riley Green in center, Urshela at DH, Brandon Drury in first, Gleyber Torres at second. They've got Chris Bryant, Andy Pages, Sam Huff behind the plate, and of course good old Javi Baez batting ninth, doing Javi Baez things there. Oof, what a waste of money he was. Gosh. On their bench, they've got Luka Voigt, Andrew Velasquez, Eric Haas, and Estevan Florial. So, not the best team, I would say. Not really full of star power. Kind of a mix leaning more towards the veterans. But, I guess if their guys can put it together, I mean, they could be a ragtag type of team. Looking at their pitching, though, and their pitching is pretty good. Tariq Skubal is their ace, but as their ace, he's yet to record a win. So that ERA is hovering near 4. He's had a bit of a cold streak, and this is his last year before free agency. So he might be a guy to look out for in the offseason. Patrick Sandoval is hot. He's 3 and 10. He dominated against us one time in the series, but he's also a free agent after the end of the year. Matt Manning, Ryan Pepiot, and hold on, I'm trying to look. And Xavier Curry. Okay, I thought that was an R. So, younger guys. Well, not younger, but very top-heavy rotation. At the bottom, it gets kind of questionable with Pepiot and Curry. But, I mean, like I said, they're hanging on. They've got Emmanuel Clase from the Guardians. And they've also got Yohan Moncada. And he's been hurt. So, he's on the IL right now. So, again, the Tigers are kind of falling back down to earth. But not before we face them here out in Detroit at good old Comerica Park. I like Comerica Park. I like the dirt walkway between the mound and the batter's box. I think that is one of my favorite features in a ballpark. I liked when Chase Field had it. They got rid of it. Bummer. But we come in losing 2-3 to the Phillies, looking to kind of get back on track here. And then just kind of looking around the league here, Andrew Vaughn of the Nationals got his 100th home run. Guardians acquired Hassan Kim from the Padres. Real Muto hit his 200th home run. And Noah Syndergaard, back on the Mets, records his 100th win. Which seems kind of crazy to think about. But, oh well, I guess that's the news, that's just how it is. But Tariq Skubal looking to get his first win of the season, facing the Mariners. And the first batter we're going to look at is Julio Rodriguez, who hits that one the other way into the right center field gap. And he's going to go for it. Throw into second is offline, and Rodriguez, with that speed, stretches that into a double somehow. I didn't think that would work. Juan Soto grounds out to the second baseman, and he moves Julio to third. 2 men out. Mitch Haniger tied for 4th in the AL with his 12 home runs. So he's doing the cleaning up, filling out that role as our cleanup hitter. And although, if you swing at a pitch like that, you're not really going to produce. But I guess the sim gods appreciate his performance. Takes that fastball high, 1-1. we have the second wild card spot behind the Rangers and ahead of the Tigers and the White Sox. That's a changeup Tariq got away with. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Takes the change outside. The Pirates are still in it. A game out of the Brewers. Looking there at the standings. Padres are 4.5 behind the Dodgers. And that's ball 3.
3-2.
Looking at the wild card, it's Chicago, Pittsburgh, and San Diego, with the Mets and the Braves not far behind. That pitch is left over the heart of the plate and crushed to left field. And Mitch Haniger comes out swinging, works the count back to full, and hits it out of here. 14th of the year for Haniger, and he gives the Mariners a 2-0 lead. On the mound now for the Mariners is Walter Ford. And if you guys remember last year, he made his debut in Seattle against the Tigers. And he's having himself a pretty good season. 3.26 ERA in 10 starts, 60 innings. Want to lower those walks down a bit, but 57 strikeouts to go with 31 walks. And Gleyber Torres, the second baseman, will take the ball. 3-2. Chris Bryant, New Detroit Tiger, on deck.
Ball 4.
And the first base runner of the game for Detroit is a leadoff walk for Gleyber Torres.
Leading up for the Tigers, the left fielder.
Here's the left fielder, Chris Bryant. He's kind of bounced around the league. Chicago Cub, San Francisco Giant, played for the Rockies, couldn't stay healthy, and now he's with the Tigers. Getting close to 1,500 hits. If he can stay healthy, he'll probably reach that milestone this season. But right now he's down 0-2, and a good fastball from Walter. Gets him swinging, and I think I need to go back in and change that number. He does not need to have number 24. But we have a game to play, and Ford picks up another strikeout. Kyle Tucker now. He's got some pop in his bat. Left on left, though. But again, Tariq leaves an off-speed pitch over the heart of the plate. And Kyle Tucker connects for a no-doubt solo shot. What a fun player to have on our team. Only his 10th of the year. But he adds on to this Mariners lead, and it is 3-0 here early. All right, to the ninth, or not to the ninth, sorry, to the bottom of the third, the number 9 batter. There's a bunt from Florial, and it's a good one. Cal Raleigh had no time at all, and Florial is able to beat it out with that speed. Probably why he bats 9th. He can, do stuff like this and run with the wheels to first base. Plus, there's just a really good bunt. I mean, Cal Raleigh had to get out of his crouch and get to the ball and throw into first, and the runner goes up the middle, hit and run to perfection. I tried to tag the base, but I guess it didn't work. Oh well. And you see there with that yellow glove, Craig Nunez is back in the lineup. He's gone back to playing every day. Rivas playing against lefties. Riley Green takes a ball, 1-1. Hit weakly to third, Brian Hayes. Oh, I guess it's a line drive. I thought it was a ground ball. But I guess me playing the game realized it was a fly ball or a line out because I threw to second. So, I don't know. Gio Urshela, DH. 2 outs, runner on second. Hit weakly to left field. Soto is there, moving over. Standing in the sun, and makes the catch to end the third. So the bunt for a base hit doesn't come back to hurt us. And we go to the fourth. Bryce Terang against the lefty. Thought about swinging at that one, but laid off. That's way outside, 2-0.
No, that's a ball.
3-0. And that is ball 4. So Terang works a walk, 2 outs though. Brian Hayes lifts it weakly into center field, and it will drop in front of the center fielder.
The first baseman, number 1.
All right, Craig Nunez.
Nunez.
Getting the start now for us against the lefty. Really haven't seen much of Nunez as far as production goes this year, and takes a big hefty cut at that changeup. Can't make contact. So a walk and a base hit. Turang in scoring position. And that's a weak ground ball. But to be fair, it looked like a better pitch to hit coming out of his hand. So he swings and doesn't do much with it. So Luke Voigt getting a chance in Detroit, playing first base. Takes a strike, 0-1. Ooh, good fastball, 0-2. Ford doing a good job so far of silencing this Detroit lineup.
1 ball.
Doesn't bite with the pitch in the dirt. Good take. Classic strikeout pitch. And he got him with the fastball. Voigt possibly expecting off speed, couldn't make the adjustment. And that's another pitch, another strikeout for Walter Ford.
The catcher.
On to the 5th. Eric Haas, the catcher, takes a strike, 0-1. His last 9 games, he scored 7 runs. Ford looking good so far. But Haas connects to left field. Soto's going to watch as that one's into the seats. Haas with the homer, his 6th of the year. And this one puts a dent into this lead. It is now a 3-1 Mariners lead. Not the guy you expect to take you deep. Here's Javi Baez. He draws a 4-pitch walk. So maybe Ford rattled a little bit. Florial to the gap. Julio won't get there. That's going to bounce off the wall. And here comes Baez to third. He's going to try and come all the way around to score. Florial will hold at second base, and it's now a 1-run lead. Guillermo to left. Soto's not going to get there as it stays just fair into the chalk. And Florial will hold at third. All of this so far with no outs. Green to center field. Julio will make the catch. But after that, we'll tie the ball game. First out of the inning, scores a tying run. And it's okay. Just wipe your, it's a clean slate. Bases aren't necessarily clear, but, no one's in scoring position until now. So Ford is getting hit hard. You wonder how long his leash will be.
The first baseman.
As they're finding holes and they're making him pay for, and these aren't like necessarily most hittable pitches, but they're making him pay. Everything that's over the plate gets hit. Just like that. Voigt with some pop. Just misses a home run that's off the wall. Here comes one runner. And the throw's offline, and there's 2. 4-3 Detroit lead. RBI double, the 2nd of the year. Still just 1 out. Got to think about pulling Ford here because it's not really gone really well. Gleyber Torres can do some damage. He bats in the 6th spot for a reason, but he's quickly down 0-2, so maybe Ford can get a strikeout. 0.82 average with runners on. Fouls it off. In the dirt. Runners stay put. Ford was ready to cover if he needed to.
Ball.
Ooh, that's a close call. Borderline fastball on the inside edge of the zone, and it gets called a ball. And there's a hanger. Torres doesn't miss, and he punishes Ford for leaving that one at the top of the zone. Torres with a 3-run shot, his 10th of the year, and the Tigers open this one up. It is now 7-3. Tigers fans are happy. It's looking like this 3-game streak might come to the 3-game losing streak might come to an end. And that's off the wall now. Here as we start the top of the 6th with 1 out. There's a double as we look to try to answer back here. Terang up the middle. Can't pick it up cleanly.
No, he's there.
And he looked out to me, but the game says he's safe. That's a base hit. So Scooball might come out of this game. Base is loaded, 1 out.
The third baseman,
Don't want a
number
double
13,
play. That's what worries me.
Ke'Bryan
Craig Nunez,
Hayes.
or Ke'Bryan Hayes, I'm sorry, is up. 1 for 2 so far. First pitch swinging and a weakly hit ball to third. So we try to avoid the double play and then we hit right into it because that's just how baseball be, I guess. On to the bottom of the 6th. Pin Murphy out there. And Javier Baez somehow having a good game. When does that ever happen? Riley Green gets that one past Craig Nunez into right field, and that'll extend the Tigers' lead once again. It's 8-3 Detroit. So this one is pretty much over, it feels like. But one of the highlights I want to show you guys is Matt Brash. So earlier in the series, he really kind of struggled as a young, like 24-year-old relief pitcher in the early days. But now he's finding his groove. He makes you sweat a little bit, but it gets you nervous. It gets that heart rate going. But he's able to pitch, for the most part, clean innings as he gets Chris Bryant to strike out. So, not necessarily a highlight-filled game for us. Our offense can't really do much here, as Mitch Haniger does hit a hard double. But Matt Brash is so far a highlight of what is a struggling bullpen. Bryce Terang to right field. Right fielder dives, can't make the catch, and now score a run. He should have just let that one drop. Don't really know what he was thinking, but we'll take the run anyways. Brian Hayes will hit another one to third. It's a good play, though. And that'll end the inning. Or I'm sorry, that'll make it 2 outs in the inning. On the bottom of the 9th. I'm sorry, that was the first out of the bottom of the 9th. Or top of the 9th. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place.
You're out.
But 2 quick outs as the Mariners are down 4. Julio's their last hope against Ronnie Garcia.
Julio.
He's only had to throw 4 pitches in this 9th. Mariners are just kind of ready to erase today and come back tomorrow. Oh, 1 to Julio. Jammed to first. Voit takes it to the bag himself. And Detroit snaps a 3-game losing streak. Gets the win. Mariners kind of struggling here in this stretch of 4 games, going just 1-3. But, Walter Ford had a bad start. Tariq Skubal gets his first win. He's probably deserving of a win already. Ford has handed his 2nd loss. We just couldn't really score our guys when they were on, and, Ford is he's young. He's still figuring things out. 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Skubal didn't look exactly entirely better, giving up less runs and going 7. But hey, that's why he is the Tigers' ace. He eats those innings and gives them a chance every 5 days. Alright guys, so that'll do it for me. Not sure what game we'll have next here on the channel, but we'll have something coming up shortly. And if you guys do like this kind of content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as I post videos as often as I can. And we'll have more baseball here as we head into June. Get to the draft, which I'm sure I won't show you guys because the draft is in July. But regardless, we're getting into the summer here, into the midpoint of the season. It's going to be good. So I hope you guys will stick around and take